Okay, I just thought I'd share a shot that I'm working on for my short film. I'm quite a ways through it, so I thought I may as well just show the workflow for one of them. I'll try and make it swift. Okay, so this scene is 54. If you see here, I've done quite a few shots. This has taken ages, but this is where I'm up to. And essentially, this giant creature has met up with a riot that's happening in the streets. And now the riot's fighting back. And this tank blasts. It's a mega tank too. It's huge. Let me see if I can show the scale of it. Yeah, so it's like gigantic. Let me just mute that. And so if anything's going to take this creature down, it's that. So what happens is it blasts. This is where I'm up to. So these are all just kind of like temporary previews. It's going to hit it in the chest. It's going to fall back into the building, destroying the building. The building probably won't crumble. It'll be inside the building, and everyone will be like, just anticipation. And then the creature steps out of the smoke. I still haven't done the effect, but it's going to roar, and there'll be some sort of energy. And when it roars, this energy wave just hits the streets, and everyone explodes into pieces. And then the tank and everything will explode. And that's the end of the confrontation. Now it's just the city versus the giant monster. So there's been a lot of shots that I've motion tracked. These are all shot in the city I live in. See, I just go around the city taking random shots. I work in this building. So the jets are going to fly by and zoom up to the creature in the background. The creature will be fighting other jets. The Australian Defence Force has also given me permission to use some of their footage, which is flying over my city. And so an example of that is I replaced the jet with my own jet and character, which I animated everything. I'll show you in Iclone. So here I'm doing the monster. It's getting hit by the mega tank blast. This is how I've done everything. So that's done. I exported it as, in this case, Alembic with other characters, because I've created all the characters as well, all the hero characters. Any background character is a re-illusion crowd set, but all these, they're all created from face scans. So let me bring in Gerald. Don't know why my creature's so small, but they're really detailed and they render great. It's just really hard, the workflow in Houdini to get them set up. I had to create assets out of them. These are all destruction ready buildings. They're ready to be destroyed. Let me just open one of these. I used a lot of big, medium, small stuff too. They're great. Oat Studio is the creature. They actually made the Rucker short film. This creature is from that other short film, Firebase. I made it into a 120 meter creature instead. There's some Star Citizen inspired ships. So if we go in here, got hero characters, actor core. So I can just drop all these in. They're not hero though. These ones are. So I took a bunch of big, medium, small costumes and put them on CC5 characters. I would drag it in, but it would just be grey. I'll show you how I did the assets for them while that loads. What I'm doing here is, so I've just added some buildings, kind of cheating the camera. This skyscraper is destruction ready. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see the cracks in it, but some more buildings in the foreground. And then you would save to disk, because the workflow I use is I have a layout department, anim, which then goes to effects, which then goes to lighting. I am doing effects in this one. So there it is. I won't do the building destruction in this video because it takes quite a while. But what I will try and do is mess around with the explosions. So first, I think this aerial explosion should work because it needs to be huge. It's going to cook, but I start every frame at 1001, so I'll cancel that, like that. 101. It's probably going to want to start frame now. Boom. Simulates pretty quick. The cool thing about these now, they actually come with lighting setups, which I steal. I don't actually use this. I think what I do is I steal the way they do the lighting and the materials. But we will also need the creature. Which is in the lop, so we can just go grab him. It's in an earlier save, so I'll just grab layer break. Creature, should be able to just grab that. There it is. Probably want to render. I don't think there is a proxy, but okay. Now I just got to get that there and probably bigger. And it's pointing the wrong way. So we'll have a mess around with that. Hero character assets. I'll grab Will. So we want look dev. So these hero characters, they also use the wrinkle system like character creator and Iclone. But I had to manually do it, which was pretty painful. George is in it for one shot in the short film. He turned out awesome. I did a lot of motion capture because now Iclone comes with the AI video. Plus I did facial capture, which has been around for a while, and what else? It's just been never ending, to be honest. The fact that you have, so I'll just show you, for example, there's a couple of shots I've actually, now that sea dance is pretty cool, I've actually gone in and say if a shot was boring, I mean, it looked cool, like I'll show you. Let's say this shot, it's pretty cool. I just feel like it could be a bit cooler. This one actually is cool. I actually did all this. I filmed down at the river. This one's drone footage that I got the license for and just added all my own stuff. But a shot like these are all mine. Everything in here is mine. I haven't actually added any of the sea dance into the timeline yet. But here, like this is cool and all. But I just feel like if I panned off to the left and just saw a crowd, kind of like what the people are doing, that would be cool. So I tested it in sea dance and it actually worked. But yeah, all this is done the good old fashioned way so far. As you can see, all these, this is where I'm up to. My god, a lot of work. Okay, I'm gonna see if we can, if moving this does anything. Let's play. Oop. Does. Let's see if rotating it does anything. I don't think you can't rotate it because it's a point. Kind of just winging it here. I won't waste too much of your time, but I thought I'd show you what I have to go through. The other thing is, of course, every single shot, and there's over 100, had to be camera tracked, which I could do a whole little tutorial on. Say, what did I say? Like 700, 12, 16. Blips all frames. Peel all. Let's just have a look. So things on trees you wouldn't want. Clouds are never trustworthy. So yeah, you would kind of go through, do all that. You can see the tree swaying, so I'd throw it way off. I don't know if the wheel's moving in the background. Anyway, we'll do automatic. And obviously there's a lot more to it, but it's actually quite a bit of fun. And this is where you would align it, chuck in a box. This is a small box. It's actually quite large. So this is what I did. I put one over the bin so I knew where the bin was. On the windows because I needed reflections. You can see how that's way off. That is because who knows where in space it is. Yeah. This is where you start having to go ahead and align everything. 3D. I believe you turn that off. Let's see. So that's turning everything. Let's see. Yeah, so they'll just turn that. But yeah, it's getting there. Yep, so bring that up. You can tell it's in the foreground. But anyway, there's that, and lastly, I would always chuck in Earthling. Because this software doesn't actually work in units, you gotta throw in what you think would be the human. And in this case, I had people running towards camera. Anyway, so direction -1 and X. So we want Z. Let's have a look. Let's get rid of that. Yes. Except the tendrils, which they have a similar thing. I love the example, the visualization for the tendrils. It's really cool. Now, we want that to hit him square in the chest. That might let us. Let's have a look. Layer break. Render cam. Booyah. I'll probably just stop it now. Actually, before I do, I'll show you the render setups. But one thing we might want to do is grab a null. Let's just say mesh. VDB. VDB from polygons. That actually looks pretty good. If we bump it up, you can see. I'm not sure if we need to fill interior. I'll just leave it off for now. But this is now good for adding to the simulation. So I'll just bring that back to 1 because that looked really good. So I'm not used to working with things like this. I think there it is. Let's go object merge. Yeah, I'm not used to having that plugin, but anyway, here we go. Reach VDB. Did that work? Maybe I don't even need to use the VDB. Let's see. Because I kind of wanted to like, oh yeah, it is. There you go. It's interacting. Let's stop that. Yeah. It looks alright. Obviously it needs a lot of work. But this is it. This is just one section of one little shot out of over 100. It's just never ending. But I am getting there. So the next process, once you have everything, this is how I render. It's pretty much always the same of my layout and effects. Then consistent lighting. So I got two HDRIs, which I pretty much always use on these. I can't zoom out, but the sun is there. This one, it's kind of a fill. So I use two. Nearly every shot has a sky replacement. Not in this one because we don't see the sky. But the sky replacement itself is a whole job on its own. This one's pretty straightforward. It's only got the characters, the cars, the tank, some trees. So I break it up into character. If there's different types of characters, so there'd be civilian protesters, the riot shield people, and then these I would split them up into groups. I got the shells coming out of the guns. See there? This was actually a cool, I don't know what you call it, kind of like a setup I created where the bullets come out at the same time that the muzzle flash happens. I was pretty proud of that. And you have full control how they spin out of the chamber and all that. Then you got the muzzle flash, vehicles, environment, midground, background. And of course you got to get the shadows because everything's shot on real footage. There you go. Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, they're pretty close to being spot on, in sync with the bullets exiting out the chamber and the muzzle flash. This was an easy one, so the lighting in that looks cool. Of course, everything needs tweaking. So yeah, that's what it is. Then I sharpen it, which is very subtle, but on off. Glow, which always helps. Chromatic aberration. So the blacks, you don't want pure black, so I just lighten them up a little bit. A lot of these tricks I learnt from Nick Chamberlain. Bit of vignetting, then two types of looks, and then lastly grain. So that's the quick version so I can see it. Here I actually export it here and actually upscale it. This is a really good upscaler that comes with Nuke. Does a really good job. There you go. So it goes from that to that. It's crazy. And the same process, just with the upscale. And there you go. And then because everything's in aces, these go huge. Some of these are just so many passes. And you'll see here all of them have a distort because this comes from Syntheyes camera tracking. which distorts the footage. Undistorts the footage, so there's no lens warping. And instead of putting that back on the footage, because you want the footage, the live action untouched, you actually distort the renders. So then it gets the edge warp, which is really cool. But anyway, I thought I'd run through what I've been doing, and I'll just show you this a little bit. I like it. So he's a terrorist. Pipe bomb goes in. And this is all still rough. I'm still working everything. And how far have I got to go? From here to here. All this is so no, it's probably like 30 shots. This is all the footage. I love this shot, which I'm going to try and squeeze in here towards the end. He goes straight up. My building is right around there. So yeah, I'd replace all this with my character. I think he levels out here. Yeah, that's awesome. This shot. Oh, Jesus, scared the hell out of me. Don't know where that sound's coming from. This shot's gonna be cool. Like you'll have like the monster or something. That building there is where I work. This square. But yeah, have the monster here or something just silhouetted, or some giant hologram in the city. Okay. I think that's about all I'm going to show. But yeah, keep an eye out for it. I'll try and get it done in a month, but then I have to get all the sound done and the music, and I'll experiment a little bit with Syntheyes, because I had some pretty cool results mixing my footage with Syntheyes. You can see here, you can just imagine how many people I had to animate. All of them, every face, everything I hand animated. God. Once I get through with this riot scene, I'm going to be happy, because then I just work with the monster. Okay, until next time. Adios.